Welcome back to TechKnow, everybody. Get ready for some tech news. According to Mark Gurman, or German, I'm not sure how you say his name, Apple Intelligence will not be releasing to iOS and iPadOS in September. Rather, the developers will only get their developer beta version this coming week. And we're looking at being able to get this new AI in maybe 18.1 of the iOS. Which to a lot of people is a bit of a letdown, because the whole thing of iOS 18 is really built around and hyped up around Apple's new AI, and a lot of the features are really built around their AI. So with it not even coming to the iOS and iPadOS when iOS 18 releases, kinda sucks. And overall, it means that there's not really that much to be excited about with the initial release. In other news, MatPat becomes one of the first mainstream YouTubers to actually sell his YouTube channel. Most YouTubers, when they decide that they don't want to make videos anymore, they just, well, stop making videos. Simple as that. But when you have millions of followers, it can seem like kind of a waste to leave them sitting there and abandon them to go do whatever you want to do, because, well, you've made videos for years. You don't want to do it anymore. But for the longest time, you couldn't really ever sell your channel either, because if you did sell your channel, it would be at the whims of the media. And for a platform that is so creator-centric, it really just meant the downfall of the YouTube channel. And that is where MatPat is setting records. Everybody knows that Matthew Patrick is one of the biggest YouTubers to ever grace the platform, and he makes some pretty darn good videos. Now, when he said that he was going to retire, well, everyone knew about it, and everybody was fairly okay with it. But what people didn't realize is that he's actually the first YouTuber that is as big as he is to sell his YouTube channel. And he did it really well. Over the course of the past few years, MatPat really worked with a company to try to land a deal to be able to sell it. So then, recently, he sold his company Theorist Media to Lunar X, who overall respected and valued what he brought to the table. And now, they gave him enough money to put himself well into retirement and keep his legacy of amazing theory videos going. Next up, ProofPoint is now the latest cybersecurity company to fall to the grips of scammers. Guardia Labs recently found a hole in ProofPoint software that allowed any of the users to be able to masquerade themselves as huge companies like Disney, Nike, IBM, Apple, etc., etc. And thanks to ProofPoint's default settings, you could go ahead and find a way to actually use any Office 365 domain, which caused a big problem, because then people were able to act like they're Nike and send thousands of emails that would just steal credit card information instead of actually getting people what they wanted. And all I have to say about this is, with so many cybersecurity problems, like how the other day I brought up how this company went and actually hired a North Korean hacker. And then, well, you have CrowdStrike, the people that had the Microsoft outage. With all of these cybersecurity problems, is our information actually safe? Now we have ChatGPT, who is releasing their advanced voice feature. This one's really cool. OpenAI CEO Sam Altman announced that he'll be releasing the AI voice feature through ChatGPT to a small number of ChatGPT Plus subscribers. Sam Altman said that the feature is currently in the alpha testing stage and is hopefully expected to be able to have a more wider release to more people this fall. What does Advanced Voice do though, you might ask? Well, Advanced Voice allows people to be able to actually hold conversations with AI as if it were a real person, with response times in the milliseconds, like you were talking to a real person. And they even said that this feature will be able to express emotions, like laughter. It really does remain to see if this will actually be effective though. Lastly, but certainly not least, we have Twitch, who just recently added their brand new discovery page, or at least they're working on unveiling it. This discovery page will have a very similar feel to TikTok's discovery page, with a similar UI and scrolling feature. Now, this brings an actual algorithm to the streaming platform Twitch, which is one of the most popular streaming platforms, but in recent years has been struggling to keep itself afloat, thanks to the fact of YouTube and TikTok and Instagram live streams coming into play, mostly YouTube. Now, since they actually have an algorithm, this means smaller creators on Twitch might actually be able to be seen, which I think is awesome. Before, they didn't have any algorithm, which meant basically the big creators only got to be seen, unless you were looking for a specific game and a small creator happened to show up. Anyways, that's all for today. Make sure to go ahead and leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed this episode of TechKnow. We'll see you guys in the next video in a few days. And remember, keep your information safe. Seems like everything's falling apart nowadays.